Why is every single farming game compared to Stardew Valley? Farming simulators. They are commonly referred to as farming sims, and they have been increasing in popularity over recent years, especially with the cozy gaming community. Since its development and creation in 2016 by Eric Baroni, Stardew Valley has dramatically impacted the farming sim genre as a whole. Since then, when new farming games are released, people have established a bias for the game and are quick to ask, is this game similar to Stardew Valley? This has been asked so frequently by my Twitch chat that it has become a meme whenever a game with farming elements is played. 10 out of 10 timing. Min talks about how the game is different than Stardew. But why is everyone so quick to make this comparison? Stardew Valley was inspired by the Harvest Moon franchise from the 90s, now going by the name Story of Seasons. The first Harvest Moon game launched for the SNES in 1996 in Japan, 1997 in North America, and 1998 in Europe. And maybe that's why I'm so obsessed with farming sims. I was literally born the year they began. My first exposure to the farming sim genre was watching my brother play Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life on the GameCube. And yes, I know there's a remake coming out June 27th, and I can't wait. Harvest Moon was the perfect game for someone like me who loved animals but does not enjoy fighting, FPS, and found racing games were only really fun with friends. Eventually, I got a Game Boy and was able to play Harvest Moon: Friends of Mineral Town for hours and hours and for years and years to come. It was an addictive, open-ended game where I could make friends, get married, grow crops, mine for ore to upgrade my tools, take care of animals, and discover the harvest sprites and the goddess. Sounds a bit familiar, doesn't it? As you can already begin to see, Stardew Valley took inspiration from many of the elements that made Harvest Moon special. But Eric Baroni expanded on them and added unique concepts to his game. Eric Baroni started working on Stardew Valley in 2012, about 4 years before its official release in 2016. He started developing the game after feeling disappointed in certain qualities of the Harvest Moon games. Baroni wanted to create a game that included what he loved about Harvest Moon, but more importantly, a game that improved upon certain aspects, which he didn't enjoy. The gameplay in Harvest Moon was usually fun, but I felt like no title in the series ever brought it all together in a perfect way. My idea with Stardew Valley was to address the problems I had with Harvest Moon, as well as to create more purpose, with tried and true gameplay elements such as crafting and quests. In a GQ profile, Baroni spoke about how Harvest Moon earned a place of pride in his heart. I liked that you could have relationships with the townsfolk, he said. That was something you couldn't do in most games I played as a kid, and it made the experience much more personal. That you were living in a world that felt alive, time moved forward with or without your input. It was easy to imagine that the world was very much alive. Stardew Valley added combat in the mines, working towards completing bundles for the community center, in-depth storylines for characters, as well as between them, fantasy elements that we love, cute little quirks like the witch, a continuously expanding map, and appeal to a wider audience, as Stardew can be enjoyed by all ages, whereas Harvest Moon was targeting a younger audience. In March 2022, it was announced that Stardew Valley had reached 20 million copies sold. Stardew Valley is the most well-known farming sim out there now. It has a huge, dedicated fan base that has found dozens of ways to replay the game, and Stardew is also a very mod-friendly game when played on PC, which allows the game to be expanded upon even more. As well, the heart and soul behind the game, with Eric Baroni being the sole developer of the game, from story to art to music, he did everything, and I think that impresses a lot of people and makes the fan base even more hardcore. Stardew's rise to popularity has paved the way for many new and exciting farming sims to follow in its footsteps. And while this is exciting for someone like me, who enjoys exploring new farming sims, others believe that these games rely too heavily on concepts from Stardew Valley, thus enforcing this Stardew bias. Now, there has been one case that I know of where a game in development titled Super Zoo's Story was called out by fans for looking far too similar to Stardew Valley. And Concerned Ape even replied to this situation on Twitter, stating, "I do think Super Zoo's Story has taken it a little too far." The dev team of Super Zoo's Story had previously been responding to Stardew fans' responses about the game in a hostile manner, but after Concerned Ape responded, they seemed to realize that their game's art was too similar and was creating a bad reputation for their game. They have since redone a lot of the art for the game to ease Stardew fans and to make their game appear more unique. As this farming sim genre continues to grow, we consistently see inspiration from Stardew and Harvest Moon through the inclusion of starting and building a farm, mining, fishing, relationships, and more, although many games and developers attempt to add a unique twist to these core concepts. These core features of the game were not created by Stardew Valley, but they have been popularized by Stardew Valley's success. As games inspired by Stardew Valley continue to be released, these recurring concepts create tension with Stardew fans who feel that other farming sims are too similar or they're even copying Stardew Valley. But when done correctly, these farming games attempt to foster familiarity while introducing fresh concepts through new towns, characters, storylines, and other elements for a unique experience. So why is every farming sim compared to Stardew Valley? Well, 1. Stardew Valley is the most well-known farming sim, and therefore it's used as a basis of comparison for people when deciding whether to try a new farming game or not. 2. Stardew Valley addictiveness and vast replayability makes it popular for both new and old fans. People are looking for that in their game. And 3, people are looking to recreate the experience of playing a game like Stardew Valley for the first time again. You can replay Stardew Valley as many times as you want, but there's nothing like playing it for that very first time. As farming sims continue to grow in popularity, many people will continue to compare future farming sims to Stardew Valley, but it is our job as players to remember that each farming sim is not a copy of Stardew Valley, but rather a new addition to the genre lovingly popularized by Concerned Ape or Eric Baroni. I hope that as fans of Stardew Valley and farming sims alike, and Harvest Moon and Story of Seasons, I hope that we can remember the amount of time, effort, and love that these developers have put into their games. Approaching new games with the Stardew bias does not contribute to its playability or anyone's enjoyment. We must continue to embrace each game as not a continuation, but as a unique experience inspired by the concepts that help to define the farming sim genre. And if you're still not clear on what the Stardew bias is, it's more than people just saying, is this game similar to Stardew Valley? It's more like things that were mentioned in the thumbnail. People just commenting on any new farming game and saying, this is a Stardew Valley clone, this game is a copy of Stardew Valley. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please make sure to subscribe and like the video so I know that I should keep making videos like this. I stream on Twitch and I do want to start doing some more streams here on YouTube, so make sure if you are interested in that you follow me here. Big shout out to my friend Snacksident on Twitch for the help with scripting this video. I couldn't have done it without you, and I appreciate you so much. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.